My stars, reading time. I'm getting called to do a no contact. Is it really over? So kind of a feelings versus intentions. But I kept hearing 6 to 7 months. So this is an important detail. So either it's been 6 to 7 months that you haven't heard from this person, your no contact period, or it could be 6 to 7 months you were with this person, your connection. Okay, but that's an important detail. So again, I always say discernment. If that's not aligning with you, it's just not your collective. Okay. First, I just want to confirm your energy, this collective, and then we'll really start breaking it down. Okay. Your energy right now, main collective. That's beautiful. You got cosmic hearing and clearing and healing. So you're really focusing on your healing right now. If it's been, if it's been 6 to 7 months with no contact, you've clearly gotten past the energy of the anxiety and the overwhelm. But then as I was thinking it, chaos came out. Let's just see. So clearing, healing, karma, cosmic healing through this breakup. Right person, wrong time, but there is something chaotic in your energy right now, which is odd because I'm not really feeling that. But you could have just had, something approach your energy. Let it be to do with family, friends, work. Maybe the emotions just kind of popped up a bit from this person, a bit more intensely than it has been. There's a reason I'm getting called to do this, but let's just keep going. And then under this clearing, healing, karma, you got ghosted. So the right collective, the last point of contact, maybe this person, you felt like they just ghosted you, okay? Like they kind of just fell off the grid here. But when I saw this, I went back to this chaos, especially because you've got clearing and healing and you've got cosmic healing. I feel maybe in the past, there was a lot of empathy towards this person and their actions, and maybe you were really prioritizing them over your own true needs and wants. But I feel as well, now when you reflect on this, especially if it's just come over you, I think you're starting to also realize the chaos that this person's energy brings into your life. So it's like not so much that it's the anxiety and the chaos and the overwhelm, but now when you reflect, especially with these two here, things that you maybe weren't very aware of with how their energy, when you would think of them and how much it would really affect you, you're starting to realize whenever this person pops back into my mind, it just feels chaotic. It makes me feel off balance. Okay, that came to my mind for a reason. But this last point, whatever happened here with this ghosting, I think it really could have made you kind of feel this is enough, enough's enough. I feel this collective, you have been burnt, you've put your hand in the fire a few times when it's come to this person. And I just feel this last point of communication, there was a real maybe lack of understanding, lack of clear communication. And I feel it just made you start reevaluating all your emotions. Maybe not in the moment, especially if you did get ghosted. It could have been frustrating, angry. But now I feel you're starting to see this situation with a lot more of a healed lens, okay? You don't have your rose-colored glasses attached to this person anymore. Is the feeling still there? Clearly a little bit, but it's not like... I think you're really starting to see through the actual actions and what's really happened in your connection. Cosmic healing through the intensity, the overwhelm. So that deviation was important. Intensity, intimacy. I'm more seeing it as that it's like the way this person used to ignite you, the way that you wouldn't see through the lessons of them. Literally, it's like every time there's been contact here, you have felt burnt by this person. You haven't felt seen. And I think you know, instead of really seeing it at face value, this used to really trigger you and get you upset. It would really knock your confidence without you even knowing it. Okay, this collective, you really were prioritizing this person's emotion towards you. It's like, instead of really understanding, why am I prioritizing how this person sees me? They're not treating me properly. Okay, there's been a real shift up here when it comes to how you're viewing this connection. This breakup. There could have been marriages involved with this as well. I said breakup, but cycles. Again, every time. It just didn't end. It never ends right here with this person. And again, as a reader, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. I'm here to confirm it. So this should be emotion that you've been living, especially of recent. Okay. Friends, right person, wrong time. So maybe this person really prioritized their surroundings, their kind of party life, that external influence. And again, for a long time you were excusing this. You were excusing feeling like an option in this person's life. But I think the biggest theme I'm feeling here is just things that you used to excuse with this person's behavior. You're not putting excuses on anymore. And you're starting to realize, I'm not, like, in my day-to-day, I feel actually quite balanced. I feel quite calm. But as soon as this person comes over me, they bring a storm to me emotionally. You're learning to trust your body's emotion. You're learning, I always say, when someone creates anxiety, stress, and overwhelm, it's a big red flag. It's like a big cross. Do not enter. This is going to make your trauma worse. So in the past, when you would think about this person and it would create an overwhelm, it would take you into pain and it would trigger you, and what am I doing? And now you're starting to realize, no, that's my higher self telling me this person's off limits. This person doesn't make you feel safe. Back away. Makes sense? Right, collective, it'll make sense. Okay, let's get one for chaos though. Fear. I think it's more what I said. I think it's more you're starting to realize this puts me off balance. It puts me into an emotion that I don't want to be dealing with anymore. I'm choosing to deal with this. I'm choosing to put myself in this situation, especially if there has been no contact for 6 to 7 months. It's like all that is mental constraint that you've got no answers for. So it's like having to fixate, and it's like you're realizing that's not healthy. Okay. And if you really have been working on cosmic healing and clearing out karma, it's like this is when you're really focusing on finding balance, finding emotional center, clearing out your energy points. So you guys start to become, and it takes some time, but you start to become aware of those things that throw you off that emotional center. And you naturally want to protect yourself from that. Healing is painful and confronting enough without having to, like, if you can remove some form of energy just naturally by changing your perception and realizing I've got no control of the outcome of this, but all I know is when I think of this person, they throw me off balance. So now I'm going to be stronger than my thought pattern, and every time they pop up, I'm going to release this energy with peace, forgiveness, and understanding. Okay, whatever the case, this person's making me evolve, but I'm not going to stress about the outcome of something anymore. This person equals lightning storm at the moment, because they haven't shown you anything different, clearly. Okay, so trauma. You're not taking this person's trauma personally, but again, you're not excusing it anymore, which is very beautiful. All right. I just quickly cleanse and clear. And you could have just done a big purge out of your home. You could be really focusing on cleansing, clearing. I just want to, one more, let's confirm your connection, and then we'll really start breaking this down. Yeah, I think this person's made you feel like an option. They made you feel strung along. But again, it's not the blame game. You're starting to understand you put yourself in this situation. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Heart with a key. Coffee cup. Twin flames. And again, I'm finding here over on YouTube, and gosh, do I love the energy over here. It's so beautiful. So even if you have been on this twin flame journey, and all of you divines, it's really let go of the label of it. I guess it's part of the process, but I think this collective, that's what you're really starting to, you want to be uplifted. You want to get out of this storm, this chaos you feel that's tied to this person. Even though you might think right now they'll always have a key to my heart, that, you know, I just feel this whole twin flame thing you're starting to detach from. Okay. And I've got at least 2 collectives over here that are going through that process, which is beautiful. You're just more realistic approach. Okay. I feel right now you're kind of that balance of that Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles approach. There are 2 realists out of the queens, and I feel that you've still got compassion and nurturing and this caring, sophisticated kind of, and this elegance around you, but you're also firm in boundaries. You're developing better judgment. Okay. And like I said before, it's not the rose-colored glasses. Oh, but they're this, so I'll excuse everything. I'll excuse them treating me like this just because I believe they're bound to my soul. That's what I mean about better judgment right now. Yes, the emotion may still be here, but far better judgment, and you're working really firm on protecting yourself from anything that takes your, you know, emotional center out of balance. So stabbed in the back. And also I find this a lot as well, especially healing through like abandonment and codependence, when there's been betrayal but unanswered betrayal. So it's like your intuition is on high alert that something was done, some form of, you know, dagger was put into you without you knowing. It can actually keep you bound to the energy as well, because of the lack of answers, the lack of closure, the lack of control in the situation. Okay. And I feel this is what's being released, self-indulgence. So that's what I think for so long, as again, outside of the box, subconsciously, because there was unanswered questions here, the unfinished business, the glowing threads that also, you know, fed into the attachment of outcome, the expectation, the craving of this person. But through this stabbed in the back, it's like, it's not something you fixate on anymore. You've been focusing on self-work, shadow work. Okay. You've been healing self-appreciation. And that's a big part of how you're being able to release these rose-colored glasses now, because it's just you're seeing yourself and what you deserve, and you're learning that your emotion comes before this person's emotion and how they see you. You're learning you need to see you. Grim Reaper, you could be really thinking now, this is no second chances. It's over. Like I said, there's that Chaos card is such a big detail for this collective. You finally flipped a switch. You're understanding your emotion, and you're understanding that even a thought of this person makes you feel unbalanced, and that's what you're trying to remove, right? So in the past, and I always say our body ignites the same way. It's our brain that tells us otherwise. So in the past, when you would feel a storm thinking about them, you mistook that, is that a word, mistook? You mistaked that energy for I want them to call me, I want them to message me out. You mistake that for anxiety, right? Over the outcome of this. It's like there's a perception shift. Instead of feeling that storm and craving them, you feel that storm and you're realizing that's off limits. Look at how much this one person can throw me off balance and throw me out of my shadow work. Makes sense? For the right collective, it will. And I think it's now put you on the brink. I will never welcome an energy like this back into my life, whoever it may be. Again, going through healing, it's painful. We start to become very aware of who we're letting at our table. Strung along, way too many. Strung along, many options. You could have just found some keys as well. Karmic. So now, I don't think you're looking at it as a karmic connection. I don't think there's any label. I think it's more the fleeting triggers, turmoil. You don't want to resent anyone. And there's a reason I said you're starting to realize you put yourself in this situation. It's like letting go and loving you. Even if there is a part of you that's putting this into a karmic energy, it's which I really don't think the right collective is. I think it's more you're starting to realize the triggers, the burning to learn, because that was a big theme of that first deck, and even with the chaos card we just spoke about. You're just starting to realize this person brings up turmoil, but it needed to be reflected on and healed. Okay. Oh, heart with a kid. Oh my gosh. So needs time, takes time, cycles, time to heal. You're not silly. You're not silly. Right person, wrong time. But you also realize you can't control anybody else's healing journey. All you can do is focus on yourself. And I say this all the time. Any kind of connection, if you're choosing to go through self-discovery and really choosing to heal trauma, let it be through therapy, psychiatrist, let it be spiritual healing, whatever it is. If you hit that point of, I actually want to change, I want to be a better person, and the person you're attached to does not want to change, you're going to not align with frequencies, and it's never going to work. That's just how energy works. This collective, you understand, I want to heal, I want to change, I want to be the best version of myself. If this person doesn't want to, that's out of my control. I'm not going to lower my frequency to sit on someone else's timeline who treats me this way. This healing, instead of healing for someone else, you're starting to realize you're healing for yourself, because you want the best for yourself. You want paradise in your life. You want happiness, expansion, joy, oneness. I'm just hearing that more. It's that oneness. Okay, instead of giving someone else the key to your heart right now, it's like you are starting to appreciate your heart. Okay. It's nice. Feeling uplifted, conversing more. Someone new. So again, getting back out there, you could literally now, because you're really healing your heart space, your energy points. And again, I've had quite a few collectives on TikTok really starting to branch back out again. Okay, because you healed enough to do it. People that choose to start dating to replace energy, or, you know, it never works because you're just carrying trauma to trauma. But maybe right now, this collective, especially if it's been a long time, or you took a path of celibacy, you really did focus on just finding yourself, and might not have even you could have not even been looking for it. Maybe you met someone at a coffee shop or at work or at a gym, or maybe someone's just popped up into your energy naturally, serendipitously, again, not you looking, and it's starting to make you feel valued in a way. And this is maybe why also you're starting to see through the cracks of the veil of what you're attached to here, and how much this person was making you feel underappreciated and undervalued. And if you're not just there yet, this is current energy around you. This really could be on its way, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, planning a date, setting a date. Am I saying this collective, you're just ready to jump into a relationship? I don't think so. I think you're just riding the wave and working with the universal flow of life. Okay? But this is important because that's your smack bang middle row. Twin flames. So revelation, that's the biggest thing. It's like, and that was yesterday's collective over here. There's just a lot of revelations taking place. There's a lot of power coming back into the feminine energy right now. I think our feminines are actually more transitioning out of feminine to that divine masculine energy. A lot of internal strength, focusing on stability, removing the chaos, wanting structure, putting a lot of action in your life right now. The feminines are going through a very, very powerful transition. Okay, not all, we have different waves, but there definitely is a huge collective that it's powerful. But clarity, truth, revelation, stability, force, honor, protection, power. Okay, and I need to make it clear, and this is why this is important too. I don't think the right collective, you're like thinking now this twin flame is a karma. There's no label. Okay, I feel this is just you're starting to see through the triggers and the turmoil and the lack of appreciation for you. And in the past, again, like I said, that would overwhelm you and make you anxious. It's literally you're starting to see through the veil now. Okay, it's not anger, it's just you're seeing yourself. It's nice. Okay, Grim Reaper, self-indulgence, stabbed in the back. This is what I think you've let go of as well in power, truly. It's like you don't care what's been done in the past through this separate, that's too many, but through this, you're not holding on to the reason of this separation or the reason of this no contact. You know that can't be changed. You know it was a powerful lesson, okay? Especially if this person did, back to that first date, ghosted you after you were vulnerable or you put an olive branch. It's you're releasing it with unconditional love, but for yourself, it's like that doesn't bother this collective. You really are working on true forgiveness, understanding, that unconditional love of all walks of life, and especially for yourself, okay? Self-love, oneness, passion, affection, yeah, attraction, but it's more that unconditional love I'm seeing. You're starting to realize this overwhelm's not affecting anyone but me. So why am I going to fixate on pain? Because that's what I'm creating in my reality. Why am I going to fixate on betrayal and being backstabbed? It's been done. It is taking me out of my oneness. Okay, it's like this backstab moment I do not think has come full circle for this collective for a very long time. Like if you don't know what that is. So you've been fixating on something that has literally just kept you in negativity. And this is what I'm talking about, this collective, with the perception shift of everything, that deviation about the chaos, like it's just a perception shift. And this is why it's a lot easier to release the emotion of them when they come up, because you're starting to realize the emotion of them throws you off center. Okay, and you don't want that. You've been working too hard to find your center. Okay, it's not, oh, I love this person, so I don't care what they've done to me. That's not what I'm saying. It's the oneness here, okay? I'm choosing to hold on to something I've got no control over. It doesn't matter what's been done, it's in the past. And what does that mean? When we start to let go of living in the past and stop worrying about what's coming next, our future and the expectation, we live in the present, and the present becomes magical, okay? I always say, holding on to the past does nothing but blur the lines in your current timeline, okay? And it makes us overgeneralize. It makes us stay bound to our trauma. When we hold on to the past, especially past grievances, subconsciously, we're always in high alert because we're never healing from it. We're holding on to it. So anything anyone does, and things like this can make us have a lot of distrust, always looking for ulterior motives for people who don't even warrant that energy, okay? So it's like you're starting to realize, I can't hold on to this, because subconsciously anything you feel from family, friends, work, and not in the forefront, subconsciously when we're bound to the past, we get this trigger, it's going to be done again. And sometimes we can cut people off too quickly, or we can accuse, we can do things because we haven't healed from that trauma, when literally it's not even warranted. It's our own trauma that's igniting. So this is another reason holding on to the past is terrible, because it can really ruin good things with people that the universe is trying to align you for. Having distrust is a very hard trauma to get through, but distrust, it makes us hypercritical, it makes us extremely observant on people's behavior, and it creates a lot of judgment in people's actions. Like, that's a hard trauma to get through, okay? It's those relationships, right? You get into those relationships and you've got a lot of unhealed betrayal from the past. This is when you're very critical in the relationship. You notice every little detail instead of holding on to the positivity, or, holding on to the good times. You start snapping at the littlest things, which creates burdens, which creates toxicity, volatility, then which eventually will create a separation. And I always say this, without trust in anything, it'll never work. Work, family, friendships, loveships, trust is the foundation. It's one of the core things you need in any foundation. Before we get into that, I just want to see how you're shining to the universe. I'm getting called because I just feel such a beautiful transition. I just want to see how you're shining right now. Oh, the community you're building, and you're working so hard. You know where to go to find your sweet nectar. It's like you really do. You've worked out how to really come within and find peace. Okay. And let it be your community. Let it be what you're creating around you. It's like you know what makes your soul sparkle. So that when you're feeling, and this is why you can decipher now what face is connected to chaos. It's like because you know, okay, this area of my life makes me happy. This area of my life makes me balanced. When I'm doing this every day, let it be going for a walk, going down to the beach, eating good. Like you know what makes you feel better, right? Perfect. So now that you know what makes you feel better, where you fly to gather your sweet nectar, oh, I feel sparkly, I feel uplifted. You're aware of this. So when there's something that comes up that makes you not feel this, you're like, that's not a good place to fly to. Makes sense? It's like this is beautiful. Very good. When perception shifts are the most powerful keys, because when the universe grants us those moments to see things differently, oh, it's like a breath of fresh air. Okay. Healing becomes easy. The horse! Sorry. Powerful. Can never get knocked down. You always pick your... I'm going to read that to you. This card is so beautiful. This is beautiful. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy and force. You're free from you're freeing yourself of shackles of pain, okay? And you're doing it with a smile on your face. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse's personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practices, physical stamina, exercise, so like we said, the walk, whatever it is, and mental focus, even meditation, are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. And P.S., you could love horses. Horses, I always say animals read energy like no other. I really believe horses are connected to our heavens. They're our 3D unicorns, right? So you could just even... like wild horses and stuff, you could notice that they're just very gentle and welcoming to your energy, okay? There's a reason I said wild horses. Like, if you can approach a wild horse, you have got some very beautiful energy, okay? Truly. When in balance, achieves anything and never gives up. Woo! And when out of balance, runs away or feels weak. So maybe you yourself have been working through avoidance. Maybe for a while you were a little bit of an unreliable person. Let it be you wouldn't return phone calls, or you would flake out last minute on certain plans, make plans and not see them through. Avoid daily tasks. I always say, if you're attached to an avoidant, it's a self-aware lesson of the way that you avoid certain things in life as well. Okay. It's actually very funny, and I'm bringing it up for this collective for a reason. The twin flame journey, believe it or not, whoever gets the longing veil, you're normally the avoidant. And that's why you have to experience the feeling of being avoided by someone. Okay? So the tasks, let it be you detached from your family. Let it be, certain jobs, always switching jobs when things got too hard. Never seeing things through to the end. Starting courses, not finishing. Like, whoever gets the longing veil, the reason you're attached to an avoidant is to realize how bad it is to avoid, how it makes people feel in life, and then vice versa. Whoever gets the avoidant veil, they're normally the really intense one. They're normally the really attentive one. So, and there's a reason I'm bringing it up for this collective. They're normally, the one who gets the avoidant is normally very anxiously attached normally. So you guys get those veils to heal as well, believe it or not. So they get approached with your intensity, and it makes them realize, holy shit, this is how I approach up. This is how I approach people. And their avoidance to you makes you realize, holy moly, I'm one detached person. I'm not the most dependable or reliable. So there's a reason I'm saying it for this collective. I really feel this is something you've healed out of you. You're very on top of things. I actually think you're very dependable energy now. I think you're actually extremely reliable. So It's an important detail. It came to my mind. But for them to see you as the horse, wow. Oh my gosh, sorry, I get so excited with these guys. You got my golden egg, my little Buddha. This, to me, this card, you're in balance, you're connected. He's my little monk. He's like, It's like they're really seeing you up there. You're finding your beauty, your emotional center we've been talking about. That's beautiful. Oh my, you got the... And you got the cosmic egg. That's the last spirit animal in the deck, which means you really have, if you get all 3 eggs, I am going to be absolutely blown away. The whole time I've been doing this, I've only ever had 1 reading, but you just got 2 in a row. Listen to this, you've got something huge on the way, this collective completion, harmony, and this is also this is a twinny card for me. I've got 3 that I've personalized as twin cards. That's one of them. The infinite energy from within. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. This state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, and we said that specifically before, your grace, your elegance, your sophistication, we experience self-realization, which you're going through. Beautiful. A sense of contentment and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we'll never get there, which is part... Are my eyeballs on? Which is part of this journey, but you've gotten past that. Or that we travel alone, disconnected from others, holding on to loneliness instead of seeing it as independence and making magic happen. Even if we encounter this card just in its brief, even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of the modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. So we hold on to life, and life holds on to us, which means they're seeing you're clearing your soul contract. You really are. It's like this is your lifetime, this collective. I always say that soul contract is bound to us life after life. Our karmic curtain, our shadow, it's not just this lifetime. It's the same shit that has kept us bound to this condemnment every lifetime. It's the same armor, and that's why every time we come back, not every time, sometimes we choose a rest life, but we choose a more difficult life to finally break us and activate us. I always say the true awakening of the soul, it's because your poor little soul can't take any more trauma. It's that last bout of trauma, especially activation at a later age, let it be a lost pregnancy, a lost child, a passing of someone very near and dear to you, a lost loved one, a soul connection. It's like because you've had so many knockdowns and so much pain in life, always got yourself back up. It's like that's what activates that awakening. Okay, so this collective, this is one of, like, you chose a very hard life, but you're finally clearing your soul contract. Magic. The elephant. Beautiful. Stampede through that. Sorry, too many. Sea serpent. Another Kundalini card. Very beautiful. The rabbit. So I'm taking this because remember that deviation, because he's quite frantic, right? But this is what I think you've realized. Remember that deviation about, where to get your nectar. This energy, what makes you like this, and you've understood. That's what I can't keep choosing to put myself in an environment that makes me feel this way. That's no one else's fault but my own. Okay. Horse. You got 2 for that. Oh, so this one's got a sting. So I do think you've had to overcome quite a bit of a tough shadow. I just think you could have been quite I think in the past, especially because I was hearing that you were quite avoidant in the past, which means you were a repressor yourself. You would walk on eggshells and you would accumulate emotion. And then once that button was pushed, I really do feel this collective, you had a sting to you. Okay, that takes a lot to transform, but through spiritual practices, the dolphin, you found happiness, you found center. And you've also realized that this is something in your core, right? And yes, we can heal that out, but not completely. It also means we need to align with people we feel safe and we can trust, to be open with our vulnerabilities so we don't get to a point of repressing and then explosion. So this is also why you're being very aware of the people you let in. Healing isn't literally to just become kumbaya, I'm never going to say anything again. But it's learning how to walk through the darkness, to find light in all situations so we can walk the middle path. It's learning the lessons of this. We're in the human experience, okay? But it's learning, it's not to be ashamed of who we once were. It's to embody who we once were, to transmute it, to alchemize it, to learn how to align with the right people, to learn that the people we're calling in is more, not just for the self-awareness, but beautiful people that we can see inspires us to be the best version of ourselves, qualities that we can adapt, okay? People that I feel safe enough to be my raw, authentic self, all right? But they're really saying through your spiritual practices, you really have transformed your sting in life, which is beautiful. It's hard. It's not going to completely disappear. If you have a fiery soul, you have a fiery soul. But again, it's learning to be tactful, kind, compassionate, okay? It's all steps. I say it's always steps. But when we first activate, we think we just have to be love and light. And it prolongs the journey. And this is also why the right collective, remember that trigger card. I said, you're not seeing this as karmic energies. You're seeing it as the triggers, the turmoil, how it creates resentment. You're really starting to realize, and this is why you're seeing through the veil of chaos, right? The deviation we had about, it's not that you're in anxiety wanting to, it's like you now starting to realize that's your higher self saying this is off limits, because you know right now this person's energy, they're not going to bring the best out of you. They're not going to listen to your vulnerabilities, and they're not going to help you. They're not going to help nurture and care for you so this side doesn't come out. You're starting to realize this person's energy activates this in me, and I don't want to see that side of myself. This is what I mean about you're aligning with the right people that don't have to activate this in you. Get it? Like, do you know what I'm trying to... It's making sense in my mind. All right, last one. The 2 eggs. Eagle, divine messenger from up above. Your claircognizance would be off tap right now, the dragonfly, so your spiritual practices. So I do think you're still, and I always say this, we will never completely heal. I don't care what anyone says. There's some people that say you can get to a complete healed state. I don't believe that. We're in the human experience. But I think as long as you and you're clearly, for me to say that you're a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords, you're extremely observant. And you're very, very self-aware, okay? So as long as you're on top of your energy and your transformation, this is going to keep you in balance, all right? Let's read that for you. Hold on, let me pause. Master of Light and delusions of the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature. You could literally see a dragonfly as you're watching this. I always tell you guys, when you're watching collective readings, you should watch them outside, because nature's our biggest sign. See what animals go past you or what sounds you hear, dogs barking, sirens. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder in all. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it always is moving, shifting and shimmering and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception and that deviation, okay? Very observant. Are they restless or are they still? Are they dreamlike or are they crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonflies reminds us to calm the mind and so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, sees clearly, joyful and magical. When out of balance, you can't concentrate, you get a busy mind. But that also goes back to the deviation about the chaos. You know where to get your sweet nectar, and you know what makes you overthink and da-da-da. There's something here, like I said, I think you embody this beautifully. I think you do know now how that's the perception shift that's coming over you. You're starting to realize your actual emotion and not putting it in the category of that's anxious because I want to hear from this person. That's this, that, like, yeah. One more, last one, overall. Last one. You're seeing this beautiful collective. They're being fussy. Last one. Maybe they don't want to get a last card. I think that was quite beautiful. I'm just wanting to see if this egg comes out. The fox, the teacher. You're a true teacher. Okay. But you, maybe one thing as well, maybe you hide some of your emotion with humor. He reminds me, he's very charismatic, but he reminds me a little bit of being quite, I want to say you're passive aggressive, but it's like, remember who you are. Be proud of who you are. Don't joke things away. Okay. I think you have such a strength in your teachings, but maybe this is something you still have to overcome. It's like you believe in your truth. And maybe that's why the truth egg didn't come out. Because that black egg is about the internal truth, standing in your truth. And maybe that's why it hasn't come out. Maybe that's a lesson. You still need to be proud of your claircognizance, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience. You've clearly got all four. But maybe there's something about your blueprint. It's that show the world the real you. Okay, it's not that you don't, but I think you have a bit of a joker personality, if that makes sense. It would make sense why this last egg didn't come out, because maybe this is just one final step to help you with the boundaries and stuff as well. People that are self-sacrificing and have struggled with boundaries, like I said, you either repress to a state of explosion or you passively aggressively joke off certain things. So maybe this is something that, see it outside of the box, they're really trying to show you in your daily teachings or whatever you do for work. Whatever situations you're being approached with, and I know you're trying to heal this, but it doesn't mean you can't be tactful, kind, and compassionate. Speak your truth, as long as it's coming off tactful and understanding, okay? But maybe that's a lesson they're still wanting you to work on. Be proud of your voice, all right? Don't worry about how you're perceived by others. No one has your blueprint. No one can be you, and that's why the world needs you. Okay, so, whoa. Oh, did you see that? That just split on Rebirth. So you're phoenixing. I think this is a quality, maybe the right collective, especially if you do have a big lesson coming. You know, especially, I always say pivotal lessons mean pivotal points in our life are coming. So maybe you're about to be really tested with your truth and your boundaries. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Let's just quickly confirm what's around you, because this really was meant to be a no contact reading, but then I just started talking about you guys because you're clearly amazing. All right, what's around this collective? So water sign, emotion. You could be a water or this person connected to you. Oh, moving. Maybe you lived with this person, but you could also be planning on moving right now. Sneaky. There it is. So there is a reason right now you're reevaluating this energy. Remember, you are naturally letting go of deceit, betrayal, backstab, da-da-da-da-da. You're letting go of it. I really think, and I've had a few collectives here of recent, you're about to be tested with really being able to see through this. Not taking offense to it, not being overwhelmed with it, but understanding, holy moly, they've always been approaching me with their armor, their sneakiness, trying to tempt you. Let it be this person still isn't mature enough to just have a conversation, trying to reach out in really sneaky ways, or getting family or friends to contact you first, fake profiles. I'm just seeing weird stuff, like childish stuff, right? But in the past, that would have affected you. It would have put you into anxiety. But I just feel this collective, you're about to get tested with this person. but you're going to see through it. You're not going to be overwhelmed by it. You just understand our energies don't align. This person's still broken, but there's no resentment or anger is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, but you do. You've got a bit of deceptive behavior in the background. And there it is, what a commitment. Things are getting serious. I actually think it's the commitment towards yourself and the emotion. I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's going to be judgment and arguments. I think you're going to have, empathy. I think there's going to be understanding for this, but I don't see that you let your walls down, but I will confirm everything. Let's get one more for water sign and commitment. I just don't think, because a huge theme for this collective, it's taken you so long to get into your balance and your center, right? And there's a reason I keep saying you're very observant right now. You had the 2 eggs with the dragonfly. You're in the mode, nothing's going to get past you, okay? And because you've worked so hard to be balanced, as soon as you feel storm is tied to an energy, you're like, I'm not letting that in again. Does that make sense? You really have learned to trust your compass in life, which is your emotion. Date night. So I think you lived with this person. This is about moving in with your partner. I don't think this is happening just yet, but I do think if there is as well, maybe distance between you guys, but get ready to be wined and dined. I think it's going to take a culmination of effort. So maybe that's something that you need from this person to put a lot of action in. But this is what's around you, okay? And let's go back to the first deck, because this came to me for a small few of you. You could have just moved, right? And this is that new person that maybe you're getting to know now. And, you know, there could be something to, because that was your middle row. For some of this collective, you're on the, I wouldn't say dating scene. Remember I said it happens serendipitously. So let it be you move, they're a neighbor, or whatever the case may be. That's a detail for someone in this collective. And then sneaky travel. So there could be distance, and maybe this sneaky has to travel towards you. But you could be planning a little trip away and pets. So your pets would be acting differently, going through a shift right now, but you could have just bought a pet, or you're wanting to get a pet as well. Important details, don't make them. One more. Distance. That's what I would. So there's definitely distance with one of these people. Okay, emotional and physical. There's a reason I said they have to travel towards you. You are you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. I'm hearing both. Okay. All right. Let's really break this person down. I just want to get these first. I just want to see their genuine feelings for you before we get intentions. I want to see how this person sees you. And their feelings. Strength, your self-belief. You're in control. You could be a Leo. This person could be a Leo. You're a problem solver. You ask a lot of questions. So again, you're a truth seeker. Creative, entrepreneur, you're very adaptive, so you clearly own your own business, or there's something that you do. You're a bit of a hustler is what I just heard. Number 17 is important here. Could have been the last time you heard from this person, or 17, you live in number 17, a birthday number, or your car plate number. 17 is the only number up here so far, so that's important. But this is the next 7 to 14 days timing card as well, by the way, for this Leo energy, this strength. I just think it's your self-belief and your passion and your drive. If they see you as an entrepreneur and a problem solver and just kind of like, bah, 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 they see that you kind of strive for the best in life, okay? And I always say she's that female magician taming that ferocious lion. And you did get the Scorpion card, so maybe they look in and can really see you've learned how to temper your, you know, that little bit of a hurricane that you have within. Whoa. You definitely know how to communicate. I think your intellect might scare this person. You got the Teacher come out from your animal cards. You have a strength with the way you speak. Communicate, unite, connecting, integrating, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. So I think they really feel like they want to do this. That's more of an intention. But let's put it down to you as a person. I think, again, that horse energy you got from the universe, you're a force to be reckoned with. I think you can overcome anything. I think the harder the situation, you remind me of my winner. It's like the harder something is, you want to fix it, you want to solve it, you want to get it done. And maybe that's why as well you were attached to this for so long, because you weren't fixing the problem, you weren't fixing the issue at hand. But I think when it comes to compromise and listening to people at a deep level, I think this is something they see you shine in. Because I'm just going back to those 2 eggs with that dragonfly. You've always been observant. You've always seen, I think you've always had empathy. I don't think you're an unyielding person, okay? But I think when they see qualities in you, there's something about the way you compromise, even through pain, and you know how to build a bridge. I think you just know how to see all sides of the coin, okay? Even when your emotions involved. That's a hard quality. When people's emotions are ignited, a large majority of people, they don't listen to the opposing argument. It's kind of, you made me feel like this, you did that. It's like you can hear someone's pain, okay? Even if you're emotionally charged. If anything, I think you'd be more of a guilt-ridden soul. Even if you have, you struggle with boundaries, remember this, right, collective? So even if you speak your mind, it's like it's something you can fixate on, and you have guilt, and it's a beautiful quality, but it needs to be balanced. Because this collective, I think you've gone from going blah to now sometimes being a little passive and, you know, kind of joking off your true needs and wants. You need to balance it out a bit. You guys, 17, that's important. 17th of the 12th. But you guys could have had a pregnancy here. But you could be slender and tall. Or this person could be. But that you've transformed, that you've changed. You've gotten out of restlessness. You've really renewed certain things. This is also about move, renovate. Maybe you moved. Something about distance here. But pregnancy, birth. They definitely believe in your transformation, because I deviated with that strength card. There's some, you make this person believe in change. It's kind of that, maybe this person for so long kind of believed that a leopard can't change its spots. They could have kind of thought, you know, your evolution was a bit all show, but there's something here. It's like, maybe you don't even realize that this person keeps tabs on you. I just think every time this person has some way of looking in on you, there's an evolution, okay? The mask, this is what I think that you've come down. Maybe they do think that you still mask a few things, but I actually think this is what they think you've transformed from. I think for so long this person was bound to thinking you were in your ego, that you had hidden motives, that you were all performance, putting on a show, that you were theatre. Like, this is what I mean. I think it's taken a while for this person to believe in this, okay? But hidden motives, this presentation, it's like, I really do think this person was someone that didn't believe people could change. But there's something here about this person. Every time, it's not like you decrease. It's like they can genuinely see you changing and evolving. Does that make sense? There's a reason I said you make this person believe in change, and this came out. But projection. They think that you've been wearing a mask. You think they've been wearing a mask. It's really funny. And I say this a lot for divines. When you guys actually come in and you're on the same frequency and you're uniting and you talk about this stuff, you get blown away, because you're like, I thought that about you. It's like what you felt about them, they felt about you. It's literally the repelling of the magnets. I always say the opposites attract, not the same. And this is why you can't give in to that magnetic pull. We've spoken about this before over here and on TikTok. I think this is, yeah. But let's confirm these. It's really beautiful when I read energy like this, and it's not about your looks and your beauty and your, like, I'm not saying that that's not there, but this person, their feelings, it's about your core. It's the qualities you have within that. It's your mind, it's your intellect, it's your soul. Like, that's nice. It means they're very observant, just like you. Oh my, you got it, sorry. I get too excited. You got the out of 132 cards, there's only one twin flame. There's the swan, but there's only one twin flame. You got it. So the 1111, twin flames, divine partner, mirror heart. You've activated this person. This is why they don't see you. Now you're literally attracting in your magnets. This is really beautiful. The catalyst for change, awakening, yin yang, soulmate, balancing feminine, masculine. They see you so balanced. This is very nice. And it's, oh my God, you got the letter, but the way you communicate, your intellect is very intimidating. But I always say, twins, you hold each other on a pedestal, and it kind of looks like that in this. It's funny because I was just saying it's not your beauty, but it is. Like, but then this came out. You would be the most beautiful girl in the world. So that could be a song that resonates with you guys. But I always say, you guys, it's just people don't get it. People don't get, like, but you're just enamored by each other. But making contact, info, documents. So I think you've written this person. There's something here that definitely happened 6 to 7 months ago. I think that they go over in regret. It could have been July. I'm pretty sure that's 6 months ago. But the 27th of July is a specific date, or the 12th of July, or the 17th of July, June, July. But there's something here I think they're going over of your writings, the way that you speak. Okay. Notes, email. Oh my God. And you got the, holy moly, you got the elephant. You're gentle. You have your wits. They could be dreaming about you as well. Maybe they've got memories of your dreams. If you have very prophetic dreams, like maybe you dreamed your, separation, or you dreamed certain things that happened to this person. There's something about that's a detail. But you have your wits about you. You're powerful, wise, you trust your telepathy. So maybe they think that you guys are telepathically connected, but how you remove obstacles, the horse. You're powerful. Number 13. One more. But maybe that you've moved on from this. I think because energetically you have. Okay, that maybe you've detached, that you've gone within, you're choosing silence. You've definitely gone through self-reflection. They're going over holidays. So maybe there was a pivotal, let it be Christmas or a birthday celebrations, that it was very frictional. There's a certain memory here, but they think that maybe you're thinking this is over now, the end. Okay, one more for that. I think this person's got a lot of fear. That's the geese, a lot of fear, because you're finally letting go of the energetic frequency. Aquarius, you could be an Aquarius. So you got Leo and Aquarius here. But so you got 14 to 17 days, and then this is 2 to 4 weeks. So within the next month here, okay, but the star, how you're a magical being. They see you as in peace, in tranquility or faith, and that's what you literally are going through right now. That's all you want to hold on to. The right collective, that's what you're focused on, where you can find your sweet nectar to keep in balance. But your independence, they just see you thrive. Okay. But I think this person, for me, the star card as well, personally, I see it as a miracle card for me. So I really do feel like this person feels you're a miracle, but they know to approach you. They're going to be faced with a tornado. That's what they think anyway. So their expectation for whatever's happened here, this last point, they have an expectation that you equal storm brewing. Okay, there's fear. There's definitely fear. And you've got fear over the chaos yourself. So it's like you're removing the fear by removing the energy. So where in the past you gave in to fear, repelling the magnet away because you're feeling their fear, you're transmuting it. So what's happening? You're pulling each other in now. Makes sense? Like I said, we've spoken about the magnetic pull. In the past, you felt chaos. You didn't see it right. And it made you fear the outcome. It made you fear the message, the communication, the union. Now you see that emotion. You're like, that does not serve me. That's not my place of sweet nectar. I don't want to think about that. So it's helping them. Okay, let's see. I just want to let's just get 6 of these, and then we'll get their true intention, and then we'll see what's coming in this month ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Music. So you guys would have a powerful pull to music. Maybe this is where they feel very telepathically connected to you as well. They know they need to put effort in here. Missing you. Talking to the moon. So you would have a memory connection with them. And I just said that. Talking to the moon, Bruno Mars. And it's funny, I busted out in song before. So everything happens for a reason. Music's a big connection with you guys. But they're definitely missing, but addiction. So maybe this person still has some things they have to get through. Whatever you're doing, it is helping their frequency. But I do think maybe you guys as a couple face some addictions together as well. Because this is when they think of you. I think there's still pain, and I think they still try and numb, which isn't the best. That's not good to see. I'm not going to lie. But they're very tempted by you right now. And dream, that's a very big detail. They have memories of you. You have prophetic dreams, this collective. And do I think they're dreaming of you? Yes. I think that the universe is making sure of it. Not just craving you but also the astrals. Because you guys would be clearing out timelines. Remember I said this, life, same contract, right? And I always say we reincarnate with the same people. But when we dream, my universal truth, this is why people can have prophetic dreams, because you're dreaming of future timelines. When we have those weird kind of riddle dreams and we're in these like magical lands, whatever it is, it's a multiverse. They're timelines that are playing out. We have thousands of them, right? So when we're dreaming, we're clearing out timelines that are keeping us bound. So when people really choose to heal and go through their soul contract, far out, you guys can start having some crazy dreams, because, especially dreams, if you were going through ascension symptoms, rebirth symptoms, you start to have dreams of like, not physically passing away, but quite in danger. Like when you're passing away in other timelines, it's showing you that's why you're ascending and rebirthing in this timeline. There's a reason. I just deviated to that. But anyway, I feel you both would be having dreams and clearing timelines. I want one more for addictions. Oh, yeah, this, I think every time they want to come forward, and there's that spying. I knew this person was keeping tabs on you. But red flag. So as soon as they feel this is still here in their energy, every time they want to put the effort in and they're tempted and they just want to come forward, they do something silly. And this is why I think this person, unfortunately, is approaching you with the sneaky behavior, like trying to tempt your energy. It's very childish. It's kind of that looking at your stories, or like I said, adding you on a fake profile, or, getting someone else to, add you and kind of talk to you that they know. It's like, at school when you get your friend to go up and talk, like that kind of stuff, just very childish, okay? But it's because they're coming from a place of a numbed thought pattern. But this is what you see through. So, and this is why you're not angry at them, because in the past that would have really affected you, but you're seeing through their veil of trauma now, okay? You're understanding, no, the reason they approach me like this, I'm not going to excuse it because I see myself, but I know it's coming from a broken place, so I'm not going to be reactive. I'm just going to be tactful. You might even choose silence here. It might come to the point you just really think, will this ever change? I'm not going to put effort into this. I'm going to let this one be. It's like you really are going through that detachment of energy because it's just not aligning. So this, when it does, this is why it's going to appear not the best and kind of sneaky, because they're still struggling with things that fog their thought pattern. And I always say, when you choose a path of sobriety, especially from a lifetime worth of addictions, that can easily easily take up to 2 years, even a bit more, to really balance everything and start seeing clearly. It's not easy. Okay, let's just, oh, you got 20s at the bottom. When you know, you know. All right, let's just get 3. True intention right now, this next point of communication. That was telepathy again. 3. So differences, you got societal issue. Oh, that's really good. But they're coming to you in a dark night of the soul, so they would be going through pain. There's a lesson here. Cosmic love. Okay, so they do know there's differences. They're not silly. Our differences drove us apart, and it angered me that you didn't understand where I was coming from. It pains me that we still can't come to an agreement, even though we love each other. So this makes sense with the sneaky behavior too. I'm not going to lie. I do think if this was you, even maybe a week ago, I think this would have really triggered you. But again, you see through it. If they try and deflect or blame, it's like, I say this a lot. It's those people that take accountability for something, but then say, but it was because you did this. So it's not, it's like you're still having to defend your actions by attacking someone else instead of just apologizing. It's kind of that energy. Yeah, this happened, but we have so many differences, and you were triggering me with this and that, and this is why I acted like that, instead of just saying, you know what, I fucked up. Like, who cares if, anyway, right collective, that'll make sense. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions, and this is why it's not genuine. They're still not seeing completely clearly. So where they think it's very self-aware, where they think they're doing the right thing, because you have been healing so long, and because you've gotten past this layer, you're going to see this person's not completely there. Like, but it's not going to trigger you. That's the biggest point I'm trying to make here. I'm fighting my demons and I'm re-examining my actions. It's life altering, but also extremely painful. And it is. We go through multiple dark night of the souls. It ain't just one. Okay, I call them ascensions. 7 ascensions next timeline. But they finally hit the timeline of the 7 ascension next time, where they finally believe in this 5D love. They finally understand about twins. They believe in it, where I don't think this person has been on this timeline before. And this is one of the most confronting ones, when they start to realize what they've done here and how much time they've wasted. So 14th of the 3rd, 12th of the 3rd, or 14th of the 12th, memories, birthdays. Even though we are not together, we are connected through and through. When I sleep, I dream of you. So they are having a lot of dreams right now. Sorry, I thought my eyeballs were on. When I'm awake, I think of you. I'm able to feel you as if you are here physically. So like I said before, it's not just the daydreaming, it's the night dreaming. One more. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, that's one of my favorite cards. 11. So these are important dates. 12th of the 11th, 11th of the 12th, 3rd of the 11th, 11th of the 3rd, or 14th of the 11th. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back. I need to release certain commitments to fully commit to you. So again, it's genuine, but it's still, in their mind, completely genuine. Okay, but there's still a little bit of deflection here. All right. Salem just rang a bell. It's just because they haven't learned how to overcome that trauma within just yet. And this is what you see through for the 10th time. All right, I did want to just get tarot straight away, but I want to get a universal 20 card just quickly. We'll just get 5. Sorry, this is going to be... Actually, I don't have to say sorry for long readings over here. That's another thing I love about YouTube. You can just one long part. It's beautiful. Oh! Oh, I think that was 2, wasn't it? We'll get one more. Okay, union, number 3, number 2, 32. The same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is the catalyst for our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. My heart is opening and to our love and guiding me back to you. 3rd of the 2nd, 2nd of the 3rd. Another message and trust. So 5. There's a lesson being learned. There's a lesson to be learned from this. It's just the patience. It's beautiful. Timing and intentions. This journey. Oh my God! This journey is teaching us one of the most important spiritual lessons, patience. And I literally just said, anyway. You got 3 about messages and trust, and you've got 2 here of timing and intention. I'm listening to my higher self now. They're connected to the frequency. A higher power is guiding me, both of you. Okay, first, 3, 2, 1. Stop it. And then 3rd of the 7th, 7th of the 3rd. I'm praying you'll come back to me after everything that's happened between us. I'm sorry that I worry that you won't forgive me and allow me another chance. I was about to say I'm sorry, so maybe they're really feeling a bit broken right now for not offering you that forgiveness and that second chance when they had the opportunity. But again, everything happens for a reason. As twin flames, we are here to ascend and help others do the same. Okay. So let's just tap into your month ahead. Okay, month ahead with this person. Month ahead with this person. Sorry. I've had so many of those moments in this reading. Alright, let's just get these first. Okay. Knight of Coins in reverse, 4 of Wands. Okay, 8 of Cups in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I don't think this next month is going to... I just don't think it's going to go well. I'm going to be honest. 4 of Wands is beautiful, but just see surrounding cards here. I see 4 of Wands as my 20 card, but let's take it to commitment, okay? It is a beautiful energy of commitment and foundation and even family and community, but I just feel this is still going to be a little bit stuck here, okay? Feeling stuck. I just think you're seeing through things. Like I said, that's the biggest theme here. I do think this person, I'm seeing this 8 of Cups in reverse as them. I think this is what leads them towards you. I was staying in something for the wrong reasons. I know I've been stuck. I should have appreciated you better, but then there's some form of deflection. Okay, I think this makes you, this next month, when it comes to this energy, you just start reassessing everything, because I do feel this collective, like I said, I don't think you're going to be reactive, but this is about manipulation, obsession, inner child wounding. This Page of Cups in reverse, you're just going to see a broken soul in front of you, and that was the theme. I do think, though, the saving grace here is, I do still think subconsciously there's still a belief in this person from you. I still believe that this right collective, there's still a part of your heart that feels this is my person, my life partner, but you're protecting your energy more. I feel there's just this empowerment comes over you, and I have to say this is a seed here. I feel this is a moment that maybe comes up once you choose to shut the door, like, oh, but are they whatever the case is, I just think you choose you. I see you see through the veil, and I just think it makes you reassess. Salem's just come in. I think you choose independence. I think you choose your worth. I think you choose to finally put yourself first. Okay, but I have to say, I think you see and have empathy. You see it's coming from inner wounding. I always say you want an Emperor, a Hierophant, a King of Pentacles to turn up. You definitely don't want a Page of Cups in reverse to turn up. But it's coming from a broken place, and that's why I think this collective, you have understanding. As soon as this makes you feel stuck, unstable, not right, it's like you just straight away, I think before you gave this person the benefit of the doubt too many times. I'm hearing not this time. But I feel this is them. The explanation of why things happen, but you can see it's not completely truthful. It's still a little bit manipulative. They're trying to deflect. whatever the case, they chose their environment that made them unhappy and stuck and in limbo. Veils or not, this is what they chose. And it's like, that's why I don't think it's going to fly with you. So maybe still have third-party interference, rival, time of heavy partying, someone else's influence. It's like, nah, that's what, you don't feel right. You don't feel right. And I actually think that's there, but let's be real. This is what makes your soul feel like, nah, something, it's not, doesn't. And remember I said everything I said, you could have a third-party interference coming in, trying to approach you for this person, because it's smelling quite childish. But if this person's addiction and partying and it's like that, I just don't think your lifestyles and values align right now. Tower, it's going to be shocking. And I don't think this is underneath this Four of Wands. I don't think you would have ever thought that you would feel this way. This is my energy, and I see this huge chunk for my divines, especially the ones you haven't locked eyes physically in the 3D for a very long time. Until you see them and you realize, holy shit, like you feel a bit crazy, okay, for holding on, because it's like all of that love just kind of goes, I don't want to say out the window, but this collective specifically, there's a little seed that still lingers, but you still choose yourself. But I think it's going to be a shock to you. And I think this whole situation is going to be a shock to you. And they could also be coming from a place of destruction. And I always say that's not good. If they're returning to you, it means they're running away from a fire. So let it be third-party stuff still attached, just lost a job, going through a lot of financial constraints. You know, whatever the case is, I think it's going to feel like a tower for you with your different mind frame and maybe having to face. And this emotion might come up, what was this all for? Because I feel an emotional detachment from you. But also this person coming through in a place of destruction. Even divorce, that is such a powerful divorce pairing right there. I'm not going to lie. You've got Four of Wands, which is wedding. And you've got Tower, which can mean divorce as well. Okay, so let it be they're coming from broken love, or even this is something you might have to kind of relive, that pain again. But whatever this puzzle piece is, it's leading you up for the next few months, okay? Making long-term plans, expressing gratitude in the next, few months. Let's say 3 to 4 months. Oh, and that went to 5, so the sign. So this puzzle piece is leading you up for your next 5 months of the year. And beautiful. This is why you reassess, because you're focusing on that things that 3 of coins, things that are in synergy, things that can come in. I always say, I love that 3. It's 3 different masterminds, even talking to you, but coming together and making a masterpiece, focusing on a real united energy. It reminds me quite a bit of 2 of Cups. I'm not going to lie, with the feeling of it. Okay, this is what you start to realize. We ain't in synergy here. This is what makes you start thinking, hold on a minute, I'm not aligning with this anymore. I don't want chaos anymore. That was a big part for the right collective. Page of Cups. Oh, now she's jumped up. So they've got Page of Cups in reverse with the charismatic Casanova. So coming in, flirty, that is gonna. It's not gonna work for this collect. Oh my God! You just got the Page, Knight, and King of Cups. The progression, but the Page of Cups and the King of Cups is reversed. So they're coming in with this masked energy, right? Smooth criminal, charismatic Casanova. Remember, he's on the journey. He's sipping on his cup before he gives his cup to anyone else. Overly emotional, manipulative, moody, repressed, withdrawn, focused on their own feelings, emotionally unavailable, third-party interference, manipulative is obsession. So they're going to try and hide all this. You're an energy reader, connected to energy, dragonfly, cosmic egg, and the gold, silly Billy, and the golden egg. This is why you're like, this isn't right, because you're in your authentic self. So anyone that presents not authentically, they're going to repulse you. So this is what they're going to do to cover this. Unaware, still not completely healed. That's what makes you not aligned. That makes so much. I cannot believe that. If that was the progression or journey of all of them upright, I could understand. But that's why. You were like, nah, but Ace of Coins at the bottom. just not right now. This could be something that takes 5 months for you to start trusting this person putting in dedicated effort, this person trying to take you on, whatever it is. Right now, this next month, you are like, no, I'm not dealing with that. All right, I've had a few of you guys message me saying you do want initials. Now, when I'm not going to do as many as I normally do, but if you go into transcripts, I've heard the letters will come out that you can pause and write down. So full names, or maybe just take it. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. Your full names will be here. So write your name, whoever came to your mind as I'm going through it. Cross it out. You don't need to double letters. Okay. I didn't do as many for a reason though. Okay, full names without doubling up. The whole reading resonated. P-V-A-G, oh no, D, sorry. I-G-W-E-O-S K-H-B-E-D-D-R-O-I-Y-A-H-A B-D-S-A. Why did I just hear birthdays? It's someone's birthday today. If it is, happy birthday. D-I-M-S-D-B-H T-P-S-A B-O-K-T-T-A A-H-C C-I-Y-W-C-R G-I-T-E-L O-E-N-G-P-N-O-H-Q-T-M-S-X-R-R-G-K-U-S-K-F W-N-G-H-E-W-I-N-C-R-T-A-O-Y-O-G-I-J-P-T-N-H-R-M-A. Okay. Crows. Did you hear it outside? Fine. Okay. Chummies. Oh my gosh, communication bell, my blue bell from the Perseverance. That blue bell hasn't come out for a long time. J, big J, that could be important initial. Or there could have been a J missing out of the initials, but crescent moon, you could be born on a crescent moon. N, so that could have been another missing initial. But J and N are very important, clearly. 5 cents, so transformation from 2021, this one. So something from 2021 could have been this person, something to do. Maybe you've been on this spiritual journey for that long as well. You got the crescent moon twice, but Pisces and Aquarius energy, the star and moon. You could have a tattoo of a crescent moon and star. And then again, your perseverance, luck is on your side, the elephant with its trunk up. All right, important dates, birthdays, angel numbers you're seeing a lot of. 888, 678 in a triangle, so consecutive numbers. 13th of the 8th, 13th of the 7th, 8th of the 12th, 12th of the 8th, 8th of the 6th, 6th of the 8th. 17 is important. 17th of the 1st, and then you've got 111. 12th of the 11th, 11th of the 12th. And then that 17 didn't want to go in. Very important. All right, my loves. I hope you have an amazing day. And I will be on TikTok a little bit later. Okay. Love you.